Oh boy, here we go again. They released a trailer tonight. I thought they'd release it like Sunday or something, or even Monday if they're really that late. But no, that's a rather early review of the trailer. Okay. We are here to see what the CYL4, I think it is 4, CYL4 units have. What are they armed with? What do they have? What kind of monstrosity, what kind of power creep do they have? I'm expecting a lot. And we already kind of got decent analysis of what they had before they reveal it. But this is just confirmation at this point. Let's see what they got. So, there they are. Alright. And we're starting with Dimitri. Okay. Let's see what he's got for us.
My road to redemption is long, but I hope to be something like my father by the end of it.
Okay, let's stop here. Moon I can't say it. Moon Gradivis. Unit, okay, so it's this encounter, and it grants special cooldown charge +1. Meaning it's a breath effect because it's per foe's attack. And, okay. Yeah, so it's a breath effect, but it doesn't boost a stat or anything. It just happens on enemy phase. He's got noontime. Hold on. Attack defense unity. Is this a tier 5? It's got the same border as a tier 4, but it's glistening. At least the actual icon's glistening a bit. Attack defense unity. If units within 2 spaces of an ally grants attack and defense +5, and bonuses to attack and defense during combat equals current penalty on each of those attacks times 2. What? Wait, the math is throwing me off right there. Okay. Combat equals current penalty on each of those stats times 2. If unit has a -7 penalty to attack, grants attack +19 for a net bonus of attack +12. Ooh. But from what I can tell, it's only attack and defense, hence the name attack defense unity. If this was Spectrum, then that will be absolutely broken beyond belief. And then we got the exclusive skill, Blue Lion Rule. And it's essentially a what, close call and repel and spurn in a way, but as far as I know, this might just be repel. I'm gonna take a quick look right now. I'll be right back about that. Okay, so as far as I can tell immediately right off the bat, the difference is with spurn is mini wrath, and then the other two, close call and repel, are player phase based. This is enemy phase, meaning if foe initiates, Dimitri is going to get a guaranteed follow up. So it's kind of like a quicker post in a way, that's pretty powerful. But they made it an exclusive skill, which I'd say good call, because if you're able to do that with anyone on enemy phase, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? So he can tank, pretty much. He can tank a lot of things. That's what he is. That's what he's supposed to do. And he has a lot of speed. I want to see, because I know they didn't do much in the animation. There you go. And he's got new time.
My people.
That's good voice acting. We got Claude, right? Okay, I just guessed that. All right.
Fodlan isn't going to change itself. Sometimes it takes an outsider to make things happen.
El Shafto. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see what his Wind Parthia does, because we saw a glimpse of that. Wind Parthia. So it's minus 1 cooldown. Of course, the usual bow effect. If unit initiates combat, or if unit within 2 spaces of an ally, +5 to all stats during combat. So in combat, +5. Oh! That's insane. So, from what I'm looking at, it's not like soul. Hold on, let me just take a quick look. So basically, instead of okay, it's not like the Ether or Soul or Luna. So it restores 50% of units maximum HP. So whatever the maximum is, like 42, you replenish half of that every time you trigger a special like Moonbow. It is not like, let's say, Mayhem Ether, where the 50% is of damage dealt. This is just if you use a special. That's ooh, okay, okay. It's exclusive, but it's pretty powerful. Fury 4, I'm not surprised. Chill, speed, defense 2. It's okay. Attack speed, rain 3. Jesus Christ. Okay, so it inflicts -4 to attack and speed on foes within 2 spaces during combat. Now, judging by the icon, the little icon right here, that's another flyer skill. It is the dawn of flyers, as we know it. Unless I could be entirely wrong, and that's universal. But really, looking at the symbol, I'm doubting it's universal. I'm assuming, I'm making a good guess that it's just for flyers. I can't English today, but I'm certain, as far as I know, that's for flyers only, and that's insane. I wonder how much damage he does with movement. I want to see the health.
Another
increase.
successful scheme.
Okay, so he healed 21. So he literally heals half. And then the one that's probably going to be my free pick, to be honest. Even though she doesn't offer as much as the other 3. But because red mage, I need more red mages for me personally. I have too many lances and others. So yeah, Earnest Seeker. That sounds like her personal skill, Mastermind. If they just put Mastermind, that would have been amazing. I want to see what she's got though.
I make it a point to dress in a tastefully mature way. It's worth
That art though is beautiful.
the
That
time.
art is simply beautiful. Alright, so we know Dark Spikes is immediately Cavalry Killer. Grants her +3 to speed. If foe's HP is 75% or greater than or equal to 75%, she gets attack and speed +6 during combat. That's like a brazen. Just one less in terms of stack give, the amount it gives. Which is pretty good though. It's still pretty good for a built-in brazen. I think, yeah, brazen attack speed. And if unit's HP is anywhere below 100%, so even if you have 99% health, and Lyisthea initiates, she's just gonna make a guaranteed follow-up before the foe can counterattack. I believe, from what I can tell, that's desperation. We don't see it here because it just one-shots the Death Knight. Death Knight is dead, and then nothing really too new, but she does come with 2 tier 4 skills. Attack speed push 4 and hone speed 4. So if we're counting this, so +13 to attack and speed. And then, -3 on foe was like +3 on Lyisthea, because the foe loses 3 speed, so it will be +13 +13 +16. You didn't see any of that. I hate it when it just whatever. And then hone speed 4. Hone speed 4. If you're running a legendary Azura and you're just constantly next to your allies, then there you go. Though personally, I would run like a regular hone or attack tactic or something like that. Especially if you're running like a mixed phase, or not mixed phase, mixed emblem team. Not just one singular unit. One singular movement type. I cannot English for the life of me. I am sorry. Ignore that notification. But yeah, let's just see her murder the Death Knight. It's a meme that's old, kinda.
Did you think I'd miss?
But it happens. It's always funny to watch. And now it's in Fae. It's in Fire Emblem Heroes. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here for a little bit, and I'm going to say this out. They always have this trend where it's always the final unit that's the best. That is the main star. At least according to them. I want to see what Edelgard has to offer.
I will not allow those who slither in the dark to stand in the way of my path.
Two things. One, that's a good nod. Two, Cubun. Or I don't know how to say the artist's name, but the artist is doing pretty good. I actually curious who is Lysithea's artist now. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see what.
Slither in the dark.
Let's see what Edelgard's got. Edelgard. All right. Flower Hot Claire. So they had all the Arcaneo regalia. So minus cooldown. If unit's HP is anywhere above or equal to 25%, can move one extra space. Grants the following status to unit for 1 turn. Unit can move to a space adjacent to any ally with it. Aha! Ooh, okay, that's fun. And to add on top of that, if her HP is above 25% or equal to that, attack and defense -6. Basically, you're dead. She's got new time, distant ward. Oh my god, I haven't seen that in a while. Was it New Year's Selkie that had it? I think that was her. And then Black Eagle Rule. Of course, if units' HP is above or equal to 25%, makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. And also, if foe initiates combat, damage received by foe's follow-up attack is also reduced by 80%. So like Brave Ike, except, they clarify here, from what I'm reading, for standard weapons, follow-up attack means the second strike. So it's a better it's a better Irvon, basically. It's a better Brave Ike thing. So where, because Brave Ike, that's why his refine is so crucial. You need the opponent to strike twice first in order to get that 80% damage reduction. Here it just says second attack for standard weapons. For brave weapons, third or fourth strikes, it's just gonna be -80%. That's dumb. And joint drive res. Ooh. Oh, okay. So, ooh, I'm torn now. I was, if not including seeing the skills of Lyisthea and Edelgard, I was gonna hop on the Lyisthea bandwagon. Edelgard has a lot to offer. So replace distant ward with distant counter, you're good. The set is good, you're fine. Ooh, I am torn between choosing either Edelgard or Lyisthea as my free summon. Then again, if I get enough orbs and do the spark, I'm just gonna end up getting both. Because yes. But if I wanted to choose as a free summon, like the first one I want, it's probably gonna be Lyisthea. I don't know. I do have the regular Lyisthea, but honestly, I think, as far as I know, she is the only red mage I have. I've been playing... Oh, no. Okay, so I have two others, which is Summer Byleth and Tome Erica. I'm okay with having two nukes. Okay, so as far as I can tell, the best colors are going to be in this order. Green, blue, red, colorless. Happen again where colorless is not the top pick, in my opinion. It shouldn't be the top pick, unless you really like Claude. But in terms of who you want as a powerful unit, you can interchange the placements of Lyisthea and Dimitri depending. Because one, you've got a nuke, and then you've got a lance infantry tank who gets all the unique infantry skills. Because as far as I'm concerned, you can't give like Spurn to Lyisthea because it's not something for tomes. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, no, you can't give it to tomes. So, Lyisthea kind of misses out on that, but then Dimitri doesn't need anything like Spurn because he's already got something like that built in. Blue Lion Rule. Now, if you're going to take advantage and just use every single goddamn Spark system, then you can get all of them, you win. But for those who aren't as fortunate as that, or those who did not save up or wasted all their orbs like I did, you're gonna have to choose. And then if you want my personal opinion, you're gonna have to choose between green and probably red. Blue as well, but less so for me. If you want my reasoning is it's just because I have too many blue units. And the few blue units I have are really damn good. From what I'm looking at, like red is my dominant, but it's slowly losing to blue as of late. But yeah, you could honestly go with Lyisthea if you're a big fan. I will follow them if you're a big fan of them. Lyisthea, if you missed out on normal Lyisthea, and you want a red mage nuke that just erases everything in one shot. There you go. If you don't have a regular or legendary Edelgard, or you don't have a Hector, if you don't have like a Hector or green armor unit, Edelgard is going to be your pick because team building and then just her alone, she's got movement and just tanks. We're looking at it right now. That's what she's got. Claude once again is shafted. That's oh god. Claude gets shafted in the story. I have a weird feeling he's going to get shafted as a legendary alt, and he's been shafted here because of the other three we got. Lyisthea, while she doesn't offer anything really new besides her tome, it's the fact that she fills up kind of a really big niche. Literally, and if you don't count the older units, because in a way they kind of render them obsolete with power creep. The two current red mage tanks are the Lyistheas. That's current, or not tanks, but nukes. The Lyistheas are the current ones. You got Summer Byleth doing well, but then she's really good because of her duo skill and all that. And there you go. Now, yeah, I got nothing else to say on that. If you want to know my first pick, it's either Edelgard or Lyisthea. Claude has gone shafted once again. Dimitri is in the middle for me. For certain people, Dimitri is god tier and everyone else could just suck a fat one. But in my personal opinion, considering everything that is shown, like if I want to exclude any sort of biases, everything that's shown here, my top two are going to be the females. And again, it's weird where I remember for the first two Choose Your Legends, colorless always dominated. Because you had the likes of Brave Lynn, who was really good at the time. We got Veronica, who is still really good and is getting a refine on top of that, which is crazy. And then Green took over on CYL3 with Brave Micaiah. I think for a lot of players, at least from what I recall, in the past Choose Your Legends, and with people having, there's like a massive divide between the three lords, and there's a lot of Edelgard fans. I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna go for Edelgard. Just look at her stuff. She's actually insane. That is actually ridiculous to look at, because she gets movement, she gets a power crept Irvin in her B skill. And, I mean, Distant Ward is the most negligible thing. Because you can replace a regular distant counter for if you want to handle bows. But I think at that point, maybe just stick with Distant Ward. Because she's going to be tanky already as it is. She's going to be able to just negate most of that damage at that point. So maybe Distant Ward might be a good thing for her. Because if what I can tell, her res is going to be kind of lower than her defense. Though, that's not going to be by much, because from what I can understand, and what I'm guessing, what I'm just noticing, or not noticing, what I'm, thinking of with Legendary Edelgard, is that her dump status speed. That could not be the case, I don't know, but judging by what's given here, I think the dump stat is speed. Let's see her in action, though. Just because she just nopes a lot of things. This one in action.
I'll cut my own path. You can't stop me.
Wow, they let her trigger it twice. Wow. That's a new story chapter. Which is also, I think it's, at least to me, it's new. Because as far as I know, the other three were all paralogs. This is a story chapter. Damn. Now my question is about the story chapter immediately is, do we get to see more Freya? You know exactly why I'm asking that. Especially a few particular friends of mine. You know why I'm asking about Freya. But okay, so new story chapter lack. That kind of sums up my opinion on a bit of the Choose Your Legends, how they were handled this year. It's predictable, but it's kind of meh. It would have been really funny to see Edelgard dressed up as Saros for Choose Your Legends. Because that just would have been the biggest irony right there. Like, for story spoilers, for those who do know about the story, you know how it would be kind of ironic if she dressed up as a character named Saros. And then with Dimitri and Claude and even Lyisthea, they could have gone crazy with it. Hell, they could have made Lyisthea a mortal savant. And go crazy with her and everyone. They could have gone really crazy. But they played it safe this time and just gave them their masterclass alts. I say masterclass because of their OG classes that the Legendary alts are definitely going to have, which was Wyvern Master, High Lord, and Armored Lord. This is started with Dimitri. You can tell that's Great Lord, Barbarossa, and I think it is Emperor. It is Emperor. And I don't see George anywhere on here. Probably because the characters are blocking the damn thing. So we can see her more in the story. I kind of want it to be where... You all remember how Surtur was made to a playable unit almost right away when the book 2 was done? And then we had to wait so long for Hell? I hope that once book 4 is done, we get Freya right away. You know why? You can obviously tell why. You can clearly tell why. You can honestly tell why. Waifu material. Alright. Let's see who we got here. So we got all 4 of them. Freyr. We're fighting Freyr. I'm not going to go into Norse mythology just to save time. But for those of you who know the story of Freya and Freyr and Norse mythology and other mythologies that they're there, you know what's really going on between the two. You kind of get some of the inside jokes people will throw out. I'm not going to make said inside jokes because those would be personally, in my opinion, poor taste on video. Probably off video. I'll make those jokes all day, every day. I kind of do that already. But if you know what's going on in terms of their Norse origins, then you know. And then, okay, so they're coming on the 18th. And then it's going to show up. This happens 4 times. So, 160 summons to take advantage of the spark system, the 4-time spark system. I'm going to go do math again because I was told I was wrong on my math. Though the way I counted it was just, okay, every 5 is 20 orbs. But then from what I've been told, what I have been told. Free summon and then forging bonds tickets are gonna be a thing. So every time you do a free summon, that's if you already used 5 orbs, but you haven't. Same thing with the tickets. So I had to minus 20 from my previous count, and I can't remember what my previous count was. So I'm gonna pause the recording for a little bit, and I'll be right back after doing some math. So concerning certain circumstances of how you spend your orbs, and let's say not counting the the 5 essentially free summons you get. How I did it this time was more simple because just, okay, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, there you go. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, that's 10 already. That's 10 circles, 10 full circles. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, that's already 15 circles, and then there you go. There you go, 320. So I recall saying 480 last time, and as far as I know, that is not the case. It is 320, though my math could be entirely wrong here. I'm just going by, okay, every single full summon circle is 20 orbs in total. And you essentially have the minus 20 because every time you do your first free summon, that's already 5 orbs off. And then every time you start a new summoning session with a ticket, that's another 5 orbs off. So that's 5. No, I think it might be 295 in that case. Yeah, no, okay, so you'd end up at 295 orbs is what you need. 295 is a pretty decent amount. That's if you just go full circle, full circle, full circle, full circle. You do not care about pity breakers. Which is actually, I don't know how the hell I got to 480. Because I literally explain my math, but it's just, okay, just count your fingers. Each time you lift a finger, that's 20 orbs already, because that's one circle. Because 5, 10, 15, 16. That's 160. And then each one and each finger I put up is 20 orbs down the drain. So if my calculations are indeed correct, that I'm not having a mistake anywhere, comment below if I'm making a mistake on my math. But if I'm not, if you guys can either confirm that either my math is right or wrong, if you can let me know, that would be great. But according to my calculations, at the very least, 295 orbs if we're counting the free summon, and not the guaranteed summon, just the standard, oh hey, every new banner pops up, first summon is a free summon, and then the 4 summoning tickets. And that's 25 orbs right there. 25 orbs taken off because each free summon and each ticket used is a 5 orbs per summon. So, like, let's say I'm going crazy with the math, my mind is going everywhere. When you use 1 ticket, that's 5 orbs already. You use your free summon, that's 5 orbs. Yeah, you get it. Comment down below if my math is wrong, or if it's right. I don't know. When I did the counting in my head, I got the 295 when you're counting the tickets and the free summon. Now, unless they do something special with the forging mods to give us a lot of tickets, which I doubt, the number I came up with is 295, excluding or including the fact that you're using that free summon and tickets, and it becomes 320 if you're not using those free summon and tickets. Well, I think you're just going to be using the free summon either way, so that'll be 315. Math is really weird for me. Oh, man. My head hurts just from doing that. Ugh. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. If I had to pick one of them, I'm leaning towards Lyisthea still, despite Edelgard just being broken for an armor unit. Or at least borderline, because extra movement and you could just tank, and there's a power crept Irvin effect. I mean, sure. Sure. Dimitri has basically an enemy phase repel or close call. But to reduce the damage to 80% and not be super specific like Irvin. Just if your opponent doubles you and they manage to land a second strike, that strike is gone. Now, to most players, a lot of players, like 90%, that doesn't seem too great. But I have come in situations where it's basically, okay, I survived the first attack, and then the second attack is going to do the full damage, and then I potentially lose that unit. Like, even with specials being brought into consideration, that's still an 80% reduction, which is good. That's good. What I was kind of hoping for Lyisthea was that she treats it as if the foe's res is like minus 80%. That would be a weird Black Luna in a nutshell. If only Black Luna was inheritable. Nope, nope, nope. We're not doing that. But yeah, and I also wanted to touch on something with the trait fruit. Yes, it does affect Grail units. Yes. My two Grail projects don't have super boons by any means, but having a boon and main, or just having a boon in this case because they're merged, would be pretty helpful. For Black Knight, I'm torn between plus speed or plus res. For Ashen, I'm torn between plus res plus attack. Like, let's make him even more tankier. I might go with plus res though for Ashnard. But yeah, I just wanted to touch up on the trait fruits. Any unit in the game can be hit with a trait with 100 trait fruits to change the IVs. You know, there you go. That's good and all. Let me know in the comments or even on my social media accounts that I normally put, and on my social media garbage and all that, all the stuff I put. Let me know in the comments, who are you going to choose? I'm personally leaning towards Lyisthea, but a part of me also wants to get Edelgard. I'm probably going for Lyisthea just because Red Mage Nuke is pretty good. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know every time I do these videos go for like half an hour. I just kind of ramble on a lot. But that's all I gotta say, and thank you guys for watching. I might end up doing a summoning video. I don't know. I gotta figure that out with my orb count. Because I'm currently at 4 orbs right now. Yeah. Kill me. I'll probably just make use of the fact that you get an extra 25 orbs from just doing the paralogue, not the paralogue, the story chapter, and then the little quests you do for the lunatic difficulty of the story chapters. Let me check real fast. Okay. Let me just do a quick check real fast. Main story, we're on chapter 9, so that's an extra... That is an extra 8? Because 2, 2, then 4. Because chain challenges. So that's an extra 8 orbs, so you end up with 33 orbs if you're just solely counting on the fact that you're going to have access to the 25 orbs just by doing the story chapter on all difficulties and the achievements, and then the chain challenge. And then you could also, be a degenerate whale like me and buy a lot of orbs. But then again, that kind of saves in a way. I'll figure that out. I don't know if I'm gonna do a summoning video. I'm definitely not gonna do the summoning video when the banner drops, because 1, that's late. 2, I won't have the orbs by then. Probably towards the middle of it, maybe. I don't know, but these 4, well, at least these 4 definitely enticing to everyone. These 2 in particular really enticing towards me. And as you keep using the spark system, like let's say, oh hey, I chose Lyisthea as the free summon, the initial guaranteed free summon, and I do the spark once, get Lyisthea again. Next time I do spark, as it will show on the video, it goes down gradually. It just keeps going down, and then there you go. You're left with the last one. The last one, pretty much being that's the only one that's left to get. So basically, you end up with a merge. At least one merge. If you get really lucky, you could end up with a plus 10 on this banner somehow. If you're extremely lucky, because that's hard to get. Unless you're me and you get getting pity broken by Legendary Roy, who is at +7 right now. Look, I'm looking at my phone. You could barely see it. It's so bright. Hold on, let me see if I can lower that brightness down. That's too dark. I'm trying to lower the brightness here. Okay. So you can't see it, but the little counter right here that is +7. It's hard to see because the camera's sensitive to light. But yeah, my Legendary Roy is +7 because I got 5 of him. Fun. But yeah, so I might make a summoning video for this. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna, ask you guys again. Who do you want? Which one are you picking? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know on social media too. Just at me or whatever. Just tag me or whatever. Just do that. Let me know who you're gonna pick. And that's all I've got to say because I've got nothing else to add for commentary. This video's already almost 40 minutes long, again, for a summoning trailer. Well, that's all she wrote. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in an entirely different one. I'm waiting on a figurine to come. I'm not going to say which one it is. You'll find out when it comes. See you guys.